Hey guys, what's up? And today I'll be speaking about Jake Paul vs Tommy Fury. It's finally happening. After months of trash talk, after negotiations and everything, finally it's happening. Okay guys, Explosive Army, it's finally happening. Jake Paul vs Tommy Fury. It's going to happen Saturday, December 18th. It's happening. Jake's biggest fight. I think Jake can actually beat Tommy Fury, but will he? I don't think so. He can, but I think just the experience that Tommy has in boxing, his training, like he'll even have his brother giving him tips along the way. Probably he can message his brother. Brother will give him tips. Do this, and then Tommy will be like, "That's a good point." You know, what I've seen with Tommy from the past, his past boxing fights show that Jake may not be able to do much against Tommy. Like if you see Tommy's past boxing fights, you see that Tommy can get hurt and attacked, and Jake can be the one to actually hurt him, but inflict that amount of punishment needed to knock out someone. I don't think Jake can do that against Tommy. Say someone like, I don't know, Nate Robinson, or you've got Tyron Woodley. I think Jake has a higher chance of knocking those out, of knocking Tyron Woodley out, than he does a Tommy Fury. I think just Tommy Fury, just the way he's built, the way he's gonna box against Jake, I think it'll be too much for Jake to handle, and I feel like Jake will actually suffer the loss. But I think it won't be by any knockout decision. This 8-round fight will go all the 8 rounds. I feel like Jake will actually have his toughest fight yet, but it will go to the judges, and the judges will give it in Tommy's favor. If Tommy doesn't knock out Jake, then maybe there's a red flags on his style and the type of opponents he's facing. But if he doesn't knock out Jake, but he wins the fight convincingly through the judges, then there's no red flags. It's 2-2 here. You have to put it together. It has to be one thing or another. And for Tommy's sake, he needs to win this. There's a lot on the line for him. Like, his dad is saying that Tommy, they'll take Jake Paul next. They don't mind taking Jake Paul. His brother, Tyson Fury, is saying if he doesn't beat Jake Paul, then we'll change his name. Like, there's been reports that Jake and Tyson Fury, and there's been reports of people saying that Tommy Fury will have to change his name. Jake Paul has said Tommy Fury will have to change his name for 1 year to Tommy Fumble or something. Like, crazy stuff is on the line. Changing your name, not being part of the Fury family, like you're from a boxing family. From Jake, he's got nothing to lose. From Fury, he has a lot to lose. But for Jake, he's finally versing a real boxer. A real boxer. Someone who's has some experience in the boxing world, especially with Tommy Fury's brother being a boxer, Tyson Fury, even more. Lots of boxing experience there from the Fury family. And it's just going to make for a one hell of a fight. This is probably more exciting than Anthony Joshua's fight when he had his loss against Alexander Usyk. Yes, Usyk is unbeaten. Yes, Usyk's style is different and really amazing. But this is the hype's there. With a Jake Paul fight, you know you're getting drama, you know you're getting the trash talk behind the scenes, and you know you're getting a whole heck coming alongside a Jake Paul fight. And against Tommy Fury, a boxer, there's already been a lot of trash talk. So we're gonna get more trash talk. We're gonna get the big bucks being thrown around as well. There will be a lot of money thrown around. This is Jake's biggest one of his biggest paydays, and this is Tommy Fury's biggest payday. Honestly, it's just an all-round exciting fight. But I feel like what Tommy Fury did in his last fight with his opponent, where he was just constantly, if the opponent comes on top of him, he'll block. And as soon as his opponent is off him, he'll come back on his opponent, jab, come out with all the combos, the 1-2s. I think he can do that against Jake Paul. He can literally stay on top of Jake and do that same thing. Literally just be that front man. Don't give Jake time. Be the ring general. I feel like Tommy Fury can be that ring general. His biggest payday, one of his biggest fights, probably his biggest fight and biggest payday together. Well, it's just going to be such an interesting fight. And it's literally like 7 weeks away, less than 2 months away. We are having Tommy Fury take on Jake Paul, the problem child, take on the TNT. Like, literally, we're talking about a bomb with a problem child. The problem child will not be able to handle that bomb, and that bomb is going to explode right in front of the problem child's face, because the problem child is causing too many problems. That is Jake. Jake is just an idiot. He's a prick. You can't get rid of him, and he causes problems. Tommy Fury could be the guy to explode and stop those problems and teach Jake a lesson. A real boxer. Now we're going to see Jake truly. Against Tyron Woodley, he wasn't great. Tyron Woodley should have knocked him out. I heard reports that it was in the contract that Tyron Woodley couldn't knock him out because it was in the contract or something. Because for the fight or something, there had to be drama, so he couldn't knock him out. Keep it interesting. I don't know. I've heard all sorts of reports. But I feel like it's a fight, end of the day. It's a boxing fight. Knockouts are there. And Tyron Woodley should have knocked Jake out when he had the chance in that 4th round. He didn't. He didn't knock Jake out. And throughout the fight, I feel like Tyron probably won. But then you could say Jake won as well. The reason Jake won is because Tyron Woodley didn't do enough in the fight. Whilst Tommy Fury knows he didn't do enough in the fight, but he still won. Against Jake, he can't do that because he will lose. But Tommy Fury isn't going to let this chance go. I just can't believe it's finally happening. It's going to be a crazy fight. And let's see who wins on Saturday the 18th of December. Other than that, those were my thoughts on Jake Paul vs Tommy Fury. I'm very excited for the fight. So I'd like to say, subscribe if you're new around here. Like the video. And peace.